Following on from the video I did the other day, a number of people have got in touch and started asking a couple of questions. One of the questions is, obviously I've suggested that you don't necessarily use payment holidays unless you need to. So a number of people asked is, are there any alternatives? So the government announced that we could take payment holidays if we need to. The whole idea behind that is to obviously try and make payments for it affordable for people as much as possible. The next few months are obviously going to be testing, and I've made the suggestion of potentially just use mortgage holidays if you need to. So people, as I say, have got in touch and asked what are the alternatives. There's no right answer. The government has put a lot of support in now for people who were at risk of being made redundant, and I'm guessing there's probably a lot of people in the country who may have been getting made redundant. So the announcements yesterday to try and help people when they are at risk is going to at least help. It should take some pressure off how people feel. I don't want to turn this into something political. I know it's not perfect. I know a lot of self-employed people, there is things wrong with it. However, it is a huge boost to people who were going to be made redundant. Now, as long as if you are getting paid a salary or you're self-employed and you're still earning money, as I say, unless you need to, I wouldn't normally suggest you take a payment holiday. There are alternatives than just going straight for that, and like I've said, you could use them later on if you absolutely needed to. And as I say, there's nothing wrong with it if you have to. However, if you talk with your lender, at this moment in time, lenders are trying to be accommodating as much as possible. So one suggestion, rather than just taking a payment holiday, would be potentially try and extend the term of the mortgage. Now, usually lenders don't necessarily do this all the time. However, at the moment, I'd at least ask the question. If you speak to your lender, if they are prepared to take your mortgage over a longer period of time, admittedly you will pay more interest over the long term, but I'm only guessing that this would be a short-term measure. If you ask your lender to take the mortgage over a longer period of time, your contractual payments could drop. Just taking a little bit of more pressure off. Once we get through this and you come out the other side, if you want to increase your payments at that point, I'm sure the lender would be quite happy to do that. And obviously all of this is you need to check with your lender and see that what your lender's criteria is. Again, the other alternative, rather than just extending the mortgage, or you may already have a mortgage over 35 or 40 years, you could potentially ask them to put you on interest only. Again, probably since the credit crunch, this is not really something used a great deal. I can't even remember the last time I set up an interest only mortgage. However, in this environment, how I find ourselves, there's nothing wrong with asking the question. It may be a no from the lender, but you can ask if you want to go onto interest only. Again, interest only essentially is just you pay the interest back each month. You don't pay any of the debt back. Long term, obviously, you don't want to be on an interest only mortgage. You do want to pay the debt back. But as I say, it's another option if you needed to. And as I say, payment holidays, they are always an option. One other thing that I've noticed, again, from people trying to get in touch, it wasn't necessarily a client, it was somebody who I haven't, well, a new client if you like. He approached me and basically said, look, I haven't touched my mortgage for years, I've had it for whatever 10 years and I've just kept on paying the normal payments and not reviewed it. He was sitting on what's called standard variable rate, but essentially a made up interest rate from the lender, so you can charge whatever they like on a standard variable rate. The benefit, of course, is that you are not tied into the lender. But when you look at the interest rates you can get now, in comparison to that, the monthly payments would be dramatically different. In this occasion, this client, all I've done, I've even left him with the same lender. So I've taken his current mortgage, checked the products available from the current range from the same provider, and I've managed to save him £200 a month. Now, the problem with the lenders at the moment is, as you can appreciate, everybody's ringing about payment holidays. A number of people who've been in touch with them and started saying, I can't get through, Mark. Will it affect my credit file? Will it do this? Will it do that? The lenders can't handle the number of calls coming in. They'll have people self-isolating as well. So not only will they not have the number of staff they had before, they've got less people, but more calls coming in trying to help people. So one of the ideas, we are more than happy to help you. If you are sitting on standard variable rate with your current lender, please just get in touch. We will look at your mortgage now. We'll assess potentially Is it better moving to another lender, or is it better staying with the same lender? And there are a large number of lenders out there who would just let us take control and literally swap the products with the same lender if that is the right thing suited to you. So the offer is there. If you want the support, if you want the help, please just reach out, get in touch with us, and we will be there to support you. Any other questions, just give us a shout. I'm more than happy. I'll do another video if you have any other questions. So please just get in touch. Thanks a lot.